All right, so this is so irritating. This is why a lot of people do not like vegans and do not want to go vegan and do not even want to think about it. So I've been watching a bunch of videos by Joey CARBSTRONG and Earthling Ed. I love hearing debates. I think I'm going to go out and do some street conversations, street debates. And the difference between Earthling Ed and Joey is so night and day. Even Earthling Ed takes it a little extreme for my liking, but he's pretty nice about it. But the way Joey talks to people, I wouldn't be surprised if it made somebody somewhat interested in being vegan, like go the opposite route and just like want to never think of it again and just go back to eating all the meat they possibly can. So anyways, I was just watching this and I felt like I had to do a reaction to it because this is just one of the most absurd things I've ever seen. It's a longer video. It's like 30 minutes, but I skipped to the last 5 minutes. The first 25 minutes does not affect what you're about to see. It doesn't make it justifiable. One thing I want to say before showing you this video is that during all this time of Alex O'Connor, Cosmic Skeptic, announcing that he's not vegan anymore and me coming to his defense just for everything he's done for the cause, and even now how much less suffering he causes to animals than your average person and how much benefit he'll be for the future, I come to his defense. And so I don't want to paint Joey in the same light that a lot of people have painted Alex, because Joey has probably converted thousands upon thousands of people to be vegan. He's done a lot of great talks and debates. He's just a bit extreme for me. And I still like him. And I subscribe to his channel and I watch all of his stuff. But this, what you're about to see, is not good. I don't like to close my mind to an idea, so I will stay open-minded to hearing why maybe this is acceptable. But I really do not. I think that what he does here is so harmful to the cause.
There is a cause behind what you're saying and what you're doing. I think if you put the message there in a more...
How should I tell you? Will you stop?
In a more agreeable way.
Will you stop?
You will get better results.
Will you stop if I be agreeable with you?
You are being disagreeable just by the way you are talking to me.
Tell me how I should say it to you right now, and I'll say it to you.
If you introduce the idea, if someone that eats meat, let's say, as you said, every day, if you introduce the idea like, why don't you try and reduce meats? This is how they introduced it to me. I was like,
why would I ask you to reduce killing?
Why don't you finish it?
No, I want you to tell me. No, I want you to tell me how I can convince you to be vegan right now. Tell me how.
First thing is, one step out of the way, and you're trying for me to go from a meat eater every day to whole like another extreme of not touching meat again. And I think that's a very extreme. People work in processes.
So how many steps do you need? Should I tell you need?
As many as I need, but every step is progress.
For the rest of your life,
you don't consider every step progress. You think it's one way or the other.
So if
and
you're
this
going to
is
go vegan
where
by
you're going to lose.
When will you need? How long do you need?
I don't know, but I want to
So
adapt.
You're not giving me a...
She's not going to go vegan at all if you talk like this. Oh, how many steps do you need? What's it going to do? You're going to do this? You're going to do that? She's pointing out that she sees the cause and she just thinks that you're being extreme and that maybe you can have a better approach. And it's true. I mean, so some anti-vegan people will say every vegan should have a better approach because they don't like the existence of vegans. Sure, that's true. But that's not the case. That's not what you have here. So this person's saying maybe the idea of recommending reducing meat would be helpful. And you saying, why would I want you to reduce harm? I wish I could get this through your heads, all of you fellow vegans. We want to reduce suffering. We should, sorry. If you only care about creating vegans, then, I mean, sure, that's its own thing, and that's maybe better than your average meat eater. But if you don't care about the animal suffering, if there are a wild amount, trillions of animals suffering every year just to feed people, and some people are interested in cutting down on what they eat, therefore cutting down on it. If we could get it from going to trillions to billions, I know billions is a lot. We don't want to be killing and making suffer billions of animals, but I want billions of animals to suffer more than I want trillions of animals to suffer. So you mocking her idea about cutting back is ridiculous, especially because we vegans have most anyways, started off eating meat, and it was a little challenging to cut it out and to stop eating meat. And so we were all in the place of a person like this that is actually somewhat interested in reducing. And when we weren't there yet, we too weren't there. So if somebody would have been nice to us and talked about the benefits of reducing and harming less animals, and then we started that and we're reducing less animals, all this stuff like we vegans did. I don't know about you guys, but I started off like just not eating meat, and then I wanted to cut back on dairy. So since I couldn't do it completely, I still ate some cheese, but I didn't drink milk and I didn't put milk on cereal. And then eventually I just couldn't stand it anymore, and I forced myself to cut out cheese and, all these various different things. But we're all figuring it out because we're all raised to eat this stuff, and it's hard to cut it out when you're just used to it in your life. So I cannot imagine there's going to be less animal suffering doing this approach versus doing something where you try to have better conversations with people. Here, let's play a little more.
When I came to this country, I ate meat for every meal I had. I started knowing nice people. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you're not nice, but you're very extremist. I started to know nice people that were willing to talk about their vegetarian and their vegan experiences, and I started to eat less meat. I'm not saying I'm ever going to be meat-free, but
then there you go. You just said it. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how I address you. That's the point.
The problem
it doesn't matter if I'm
is you're
agreeable
ignoring
or nice.
process.
Is that true?
You're ignoring
You
progress.
just said you're never going to stop eating meat.
I said I would
it
never
doesn't matter
stop.
what I do.
I said I would.
It doesn't matter what I spoke to you exactly.
If you care about the animal suffering, it matters what you do. She just said that she came here eating meat every meal and that some nice vegans talked to her and she was convinced to cut out a bunch of meat. That's good. That's good. I mean, sure, we want more. We want a further goal than that. But you're just hearing this idea and going, oh, I can't score this one to add to my tally list of how many vegans I've created. It's awesome to get people to go vegan. I've done it. I've gotten tons of people to go vegan. It's a great feeling, and it's great to know that you've helped the animals in that way. But also, you could be helping so many more animals if you didn't treat people like garbage like you're doing with this person. The second she said that nice people have made me reduce, and then she said something about she's never going to stop, but the niceness helps her think about the reducing. And then you go, oh, see there, you're never going to do it. Okay, it doesn't matter then. That you sound like a member of like a religious group saying you need to be all in with my religion or nothing. No, there are animals. Joey, you know this. There are animals suffering. You are causing them to suffer by not helping the people like this that won't go full vegan to start reducing now. And maybe we'll go full vegan in the future. But even if they don't, if every person that will never become vegan in the future, we could get them to cut their animal intake in half, then if there's 1 trillion animals a year that are suffering, it'll be 500 billion. Think of each of those individual animals that won't be bred into this life and won't be forced to suffer. And you could help change that. God.
Do you think that the one day they stopped?
It's you that won't change. It's nothing to do with what I'm saying.
The thing is, I'm telling you, I will never stop. When I came here, I said I will never be like trying not to eat meat. After 5 years in London, I started to reduce the amount of meat because human beings change. And what I'm saying is, right now, I think I would never stop eating meat. But you are saying, if you're not willing to do the commitment right now, I don't want...
Basically, you said I should be more agreeable when you would have changed. And then
yes, because
then you're saying you're not going to change, so there's nothing I can say to you.
I don't think...
She's not saying she's not going to change. She's pointing out that she thought she was very firm on her stance before, and then she realized she was wrong and changed some. So she's saying that she might even be wrong on her current stance and change if you would stop being an asshole. Like, you are pretty extreme in a lot of the things I've seen your talks, and just a good bit further than I would be. But I've never seen you be such an asshole. And it's just so irritating. I can't believe he is willing to put this video up.
I think
And
I'm
that's
gonna
why you're being
change.
defensive, because you don't want to
But
change.
5 years ago, I didn't think I was going to
It's
change.
it's not my fault that you won't change. You won't change because you don't care about animals. That's the problem.
Okay, see?
She's right. She is right. You are the asshole. You are the bad guy. People should keep their distance from you. This is just ridiculous. It's extremely ridiculous. I hope anybody out there that's watching this, if they have any friends that act like this, any vegan friends that are, this is how they treat vegan stuff, or any topic, nobody should talk like this. This is just ridiculous. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I can be convinced otherwise. But I don't see it here. Anyways, see you guys in the next one.